Well, Fresh Bake, we've got more for you from Avengers Campus. Some interesting developments this week that I'm looking forward to sharing with you. Focusing here on this new area that they've updated since last week, and Dustin pointed out that he thinks that it's possible that that little platform right there on this new tower that emerged last week could be for a performer, for some sort of stuntman to ascend that pole, that tower. I guess so. I mean, it could be in it, and again, it explains perhaps why it was put in there and why it's not like the others, because it has to have some other use, some other function, more so even than just a way for a camera to be pointed at. I think we're gonna have to pay attention to this more than we were planning to, perhaps. But that does also sort of give us a hint to some of the other things we're gonna follow or notice as we continue through the construction site. And we're gonna pan to the right and talk about that right there. That building was red last week. There was cladding on it, and now it is gone. They took it off, and this again is a very interesting development, because why would they do that, right? Why would they put it up and then take it down? That can only mean that a mistake was made, in my opinion. Dustin thinks they forgot to put on, because that layer you're seeing now, that white layer, is new. That wasn't there before. If you follow the updates over time, that wasn't there before. He feels like they forgot to put on that layer, which is one of the insulations against wear and tear, against water damage. Dustin says that it's a white membrane that lets water vapor escape from the building, but doesn't let water in, like a rainproof jacket, as it were. So they forgot to put the jacket on that building when they put up the red cladding, the decorative cladding, as it were. I mean, it has to be, right? How else could they? Why would they put that up and then take it down unless they forgot to do something? Which is fascinating, because I would have thought that there's a definite order of operations, which there is, but to skip a step seems crazy. It seems wild. Let's go over to Mater's, where I found this thing, and that's definitely, it sort of revealed itself to us, and to me that very much looks like a crane is being built. Now Dustin believes that it's not just a crane, though. I mean, yes, it will be, because it looks very much like what they've built on the other side that's finished. But he is 100% sure that this is some sort of, maybe like a lightweight elevator of some kind. You're going to find stuntmen or performers raised up to that platform. And another, one more thing that's going to reveal itself in the coming weeks. And then here again is a look at the Spider-Man attraction building after its red cladding has been removed. All right, so Mater's still under refurb. The left side is closed. It's unrelated, obviously, to to Avengers Campus. I walked the whole path and peeked in some of the boards just to see if I could see anything. I didn't record anything because I felt a little awkward in that situation. But what I did see is that they basically, it looks like they're just redoing the platforms. All the round turntables have been lifted up and removed from their place in the ground. They're sitting on top of, crates or boxes, and they're being worked on. So I'm guessing it's just a refresher of those units, is my bet. Okay, let's go back to the Pixar Pal Around to see if we can get another view of what's happening at Avengers Campus. Our usual long shot as we begin. And there you can see the red crane, and then its little buddy that they're working on down there, Red Crane Jr. I assume that's the case. Zooming in, here's something that Dustin noticed or has been observing for a while, and it makes a lot of sense when you apply some sort of logic or reasoning behind it. This hexagon that we all understand to be the web logo that's going to be attached to the front of this building eventually. But per Dustin's observation, it's a kind of complicated way for them to build such a thing. For one thing, you can see there's some depth to that cutout. It's not just a simple backlit sign that you can light up at night, you know, and make it look pretty. There seems to be more, it seems more substantial than it needs to be, more complicated than it needs to be. And his theory is that it's going to have other purpose than just being a sign. Now, I'm not sure if you had heard this or not, but I had heard a separate rumor that one of the things you will find, or could find, you know, at the front of these buildings, not sure which, probably this one, are simulated webs as slung by Spidey. So part of the show, where we see Stuntronic Spidey fling himself around the tops of these buildings, this could be one of the locations where you might see a web attached, shot at the front of this building. Also, I should point out that if we go back to another view of that building, there's a you can see there's a catwalk of some sort. You know, it just seems really clear that there's going to be performers out here, I think, on these buildings, on all the buildings, really. But you can see that there is access behind that wall, behind that building. You're going to be able to go in there and through it and around it. So there's a lot of depth to that building, more so than it's not just a wall, I guess is what we're saying. It seems reasonable that this is not just a wall. A wall with a spider, you know, Web Technologies logo on it. And we'll continue and show you, there again is the Crane Jr. that Dustin believes is going to wind up being, you know, have a lift of some kind to take a performer up to the top. You know, and it could, I mean, he probably won't be doing much. He'll just be up there, but you need something fairly substantial to support him and to affix himself to. So I'm looking forward to that. I really do hope this is where they're going with all this, and that they don't repeat the same mistake that they did at Galaxy's Edge. And here's a look at the Avengers building, which is just steel. I can't see anything. Can you see anything? I can't see anything. As for the cast member building behind Luigi's, they have put the scrim back up to show us what things will look like in the future. Expect to see that probably in a few months. Grizzly River Run is open. Water's running again. Rafts are moving. They weren't at the time. They were going through the testing phase when I filmed this, but I returned later that afternoon, and they were definitely, guests were enjoying Grizzly River Run on this day. So that's good news. So everything is done there. And then here's some ducks who, all is right in the world. Ducks are back. The water's back. They're doing their final inspection. Again, Dustin was very concerned about what would have happened if they had used chickens. Would we even be here right now? Would this be ready to go if they had used chickens? There's some running water. Looks really clean and fresh. I wonder how long it takes to fill that river up. Back at Disneyland in Fantasyland, the sun was, I got a bad angle on this, but that has definitely been repainted. That is a very bright purple. The top of the carousel is a very bright purple. Nothing new to report here on Snow White. And we'll end with this update from the Frozen Hyperion Theater. You know, it's funny, this caught my eye when I saw this because I thought, that looks better than, than the fake sky. You guys, I do not enjoy at all the fake facade aspects of Hollywood backlot. The whole, look, we're on a movie set and everything's fake and this is how it's done on a movie set, or at a movie studio. I do not enjoy that element of this land at all because I don't think you should make a fake of a fake, if you catch my drift. So when I saw that scaffolding, I'm like, oh, hey, that looks way better. Can we keep the scaffolding up there all the time? I don't like looking at the fake clouds and the fake blue wall. And that's my soapbox moment for you guys on this morning. I'll leave you on that note. Thanks again for watching, everybody, today, and we'll see you next time. Fresh baked. We've got lots more videos for you to see, so grab a churro and check out some of our other videos and have your mind blown by how much fun we're having. We truly are the best of Disney Bake Fresh Daily. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Fresh Baked!